welcome. I'm going to take a look at the Times Quick Cryptic crossword, and this is being published on Friday the 31st of October 2025. Happy Halloween, if that's your thing. As you can see, the puzzle today is by Cheeko, and Cheeko is probably one of the hardest setters around actually. Just looking back in my records, we had 5 puzzles from them last year, and I averaged 28 minutes for those 5 puzzles. No sub-20s. This year, this will be the 8th puzzle of the year from Cheeko this year. I've been averaging 23 minutes this year, although that is skewed a little bit by a 28 and a 40 minute completion. But I have not done a puzzle in quicker than... last puzzle out was 14:49. That's the quickest from Cheeko so far. So, and it's Friday. Friday's always a bit of a toughie, so I'm definitely not expecting much. Now, the only other thing to say about Cheeko is, hasn't done it recently, but in some of the earlier puzzles, like this 7-letter word here, or 8-letter word, would be maybe an anagram of this 8-letter, or this 5-letter down here would be an anagram of this, or the words in the middle that go to the middle would be anagrams of each other. But as I say, Cheeko hasn't done that recently, so I don't know if there's going to be some kind of theme that might help me on that. Anyway, I think I've talked about it enough. Right, going to steel myself and, well, delete that and then reset the timer. There it is. And crack on. Royal income's half. Income covered by news media. Income's half, so income, royal, prince, princess, press with ink in it. Detect the best turns. Detect. No. Plants extremely rare, elaborate decoration. That feels like it should be ornate, but extremely rare, elaborate decoration, retinsel, I don't know any plants beginning with but that doesn't say a lot about my knowledge of plants. King returned gentleman's dagger. A dagger is gentleman's is his, king, hisk, seek. Don't think so. No, that's not quite. No. Alright, meagre enemies partially concur is agree, hidden word. After bringing forward note, ambiguous about energy. After bringing forward note, ambiguous about energy, can't think of the word for ambiguous, but there's probably an E in there somewhere. Adder's venom finally treated with serum. So M, adder's summer. Now, there we go. Seen that trick a few times this week, I think. Last week or so. Faculty is normal. It's not facility. Faculty regularly joining core trio of alumni column. I think that isn't it. No. Fall for some. There's a UMN in the middle, which is why I went column. F. What about AUT? Autumn. There we are. Yeah, nice definition there. Oh, we've got summer. Look, we've got spring, summer. So spring and summer. That's probably spring, is it? Jump is to spring. Beginning to pogo in. Small ring, yep, spring. This is going to be winter, isn't it? Victory is a win. Period does not include the last, is winter, yeah. Okay, at least we've got that much to help me out. He scored 50 on oral exam I'd brought back. Cool. He scored 50. 50 is L. I'd brought back. He scored. Striker, oral exam. Is that Vivaldi? Viva LDI. Yeah, that's it, Vivaldi, go. And 4 seasons. Ah, nice. Stores first class service. Don't know. Medal attached to Queen's gown. I'm thinking gong, but gong probably isn't right. Medal attached to Queen's gown. I don't know what Queen's is. Is it OBE next to robe? Our robe, I think that is. Antagonistic manner and posture. Feels like it should be an anagram. Posture, no, that's 8 letters. Antagonistic's too many. Antagonistic manner. Anti for antagonistic, no. Right. E.g. Jacob's mate runs vessel. Jacob's crackers mate runs vessel. Got no idea what that's doing to me. E.g. Jacob's, don't know anything about the Bible. Jacob's, I don't know. Crackers, Jacob's crackers. Mate, pal runs vessel. urn. Swirling patterns in part of church. Gosh, transept. What is that? Transept? Yeah, it's transept. Yeah. Oh, transept is an anagram of patterns. Okay, that's pretty good, I go. Although it isn't just the crosses, right? Maybe piano phrase change. That's just an anagram of phrase, isn't it? Maybe phrase changed. Is that an R? PHRA SE is too few letters for a P for piano, and then what's maybe? Perhaps. Ah, very good. There we are. Perhaps. So it's inner, deduce, infer. Hell is without number. Inferno. Yep. Okay, what's my plant going to be? Pantomime character Cinderella. Recalled in breaks. Cinderella must fit in there, mustn't he? Recalled, yeah. Recalled is an anagram. What's this? Refer. Fern. Extremely elaborate decoration. Refer. Oh gosh. Ooh. Don't know. Okay, let's go to 5 down. Oh, what's this? Drunken rave up, northern upstart is parvenu, because I saw the word parvenu yesterday ending in U, and it was an upstart definition then. Rave up is an anagram. Doctor rates provider of shocking treatment. Shocking treatment is not ECG, ECT, electroconvulsive theory. ECT? Not sure of that. Rates provider. Doctor. Don't think so, just rates, is it? Anagram of rates is not going to come to me if it's Doctor Rates, or is it DR? Ooh, okay. Job control under a foreign power. Control is reign. Don't know that. Reign under a foreign power is job is a post. Not sure about that. I'm going to put reign there. Under A, put an A there. Foreign power is a foreign. A power is not really coming to me. I'm going to leave that actually, just in case. I'll leave it there. Right. Second bishop in valley is not fixed. Ooh, second bishop. B for bishop in valley is a second. Mo. Movable. Movale. They are. Movable. Right. Walk in the park on waste ground is just on. That's not going on waste, isn't it? On waste. No sweat. Walk in the park. That kind of walk in the park, of course. Right. Winter we've done. Clergyman is a verge. Verger. That's ewer, isn't it? Runs vessel. Vessel's a ewer. E.g. Jacob's mate runs. Why is Jacob mate you? I think that's a ewer, but I'm not sure. Ever? Runs is R. Alright, we'll come back to that one. Where have I gone? I was on the downs, wasn't I? Entertain a writer's inspiration. Amuse, I would assume. Okay, that's not too bad, is it? That's kind of livable. Detect the best turns. Spy, detect. Ooh. This one, plants extremely rare is that. Elaborate decoration is plants. Are we looking at a plant as in a bit of flora or fauna or whatever it is? Or are we looking at a plant as in a spy, which feels much more likely with a refinery? Yeah, an oil plant or whatever, or refinery. King is R. Dirk. Is it Dirk? Which is Dirk. Dagger is a Dirk. How's that working? King is K. Returned is that isn't happening, is it? Right. What's this? After bringing forward note, there's N for note. Ambiguous about energy. There's E for energy. So I haven't really got much left, but I've got some more ones left. Stores first class service. Stores. Now what's this here? Antagonistic manner and posture. I don't know if that is rain, do I? Really? Antagonistic is manner is. Well, let's go around to a halt in 9 minutes. Detect the best turns. Okay, so the best is tops and detect is to spot. Doctor rates tears. Shocking treatment. Tears. If that's tears, I'm not entirely sure it is. What's this? King returned gentleman's dagger. That's a bit odd, isn't it? Doctor rates, provider of shocking treatment, shocking tears, tears. Taser, that's what I'm looking for. So this is a sir. Gentleman is sir. I assume that's K for Chris. I'm going to have to go with K for Chris, and it might not be right. There's nothing else to help me. There is looking at the other letters around the grid. What's this? Now ever. After bringing forward note. Okay, so bring N forward. Ambiguous is unclear. Nuclear. Okay, that's okay. What's this? Job control under a foreign power. Job. If that's like that, I'm not convinced it is, but if it were, I'm down to the last three, aren't I? Well, that's you were to think about, really. If that were like that, I would be on A, C. This doesn't make much sense, really. U, something, rain. Yeah, control. Control's normally a rain, but maybe it isn't in this case. Is that going to be an A? And a foreign power is this one, antagonistic manner and posture. I really want that to be an anagram posture, and it can't be, really, can it? So I'll look at the U for a second. I don't know. Yeah, e.g. Jacob's mate runs is our vessel. I think a vessel is a ewer. I don't know what else it can be, really. Jacob's mate, I don't know what that's about, if that's the case. E.g. Jacob's mate. U. I'm not going to come up with anything better there, so I'm just going to put that in there. This one, antagonistic is stroppy. Manner and posture. It makes me think. And I'm just looking for a word for meaning antagonistic. And then a manner is the first four letters, and a posture is the last four. Say, might be 5 and 3 or something. Manner is an air. That doesn't really help. This one, stores first class. There's a stores, an S there. Malls. First class service is an ace. First class is A1. Well, the way that Cheeko's gone on this puzzle so far, I won't be surprised if store is like a cache or a hold or something. Doesn't seem like we've had any sound likes in this one, which is great from my perspective, but also slightly like, oh, okay. Under A, I mean, A surely is right there. A, excuse me, because you just don't need that A otherwise. Job control, job is a, what's a foreign power under a foreign power? Job is an accountant. Accoutrement. What have we got? Act. Well, if it's A, then that has to be a word that makes sense. So CTU isn't going to make sense. Acor could be an ACU. Foreign power. This is either going to get me to a job or a power. So not much of that helps. A caution. A call. I'm tempted to think this isn't an A, and it's more like an S or something, which would be a foreign power would be a. And again, not much goes in there really, apart from the vowels or S, I think, really. I'm racing through this a bit quicker than I'd like, really. So it's either an A or an S in there, I think, unless it's an E. Job control. A job is a. Just going to write out sk, whatever it is. I've got too many letters down in this corner really that aren't helping me out. That's the trouble. Control is almost always rain. Let's put in rain there. Begin it. Excuse me. So same sort of problem here really. There's not a lot will go in before that. Antagonistic manner and posture is a. I don't know. Right, I'm going to pause the video while I think to myself on this. Okay, within seconds I've put an A for a class, and then I've thought, the story's to a mass, isn't it? And mass is a service. So I'm a little bit, that was less than a minute, but I don't know if that helps me. Acquaint, is that a Q? Aqua, although what the C is doing, if that aqua. Right, I'm going to stick that in my list of letters anyway. Aqua. I'm not sure it's helped me that much, but it's brought me down to my last two. The excitement of getting a mass. What goes in there? Okay, if that's a rain, I don't think it is, but less and less inclined to think that's sorts of control under A. It's control under A. Job would be a scouter rain. Foreign power would be a. Or is it a foreign, which is une or something? That'd be a very naughty thing to do, but it wouldn't surprise me actually, because you don't want to say under a French power. Under a French power, do you? Was like une. Control is to. Oh, so yeah, just these two. Right, back to pause mode. Excuse me. That really was really easy. That's just occupation, isn't it? Dull. Right, which just leaves me this one here. I keep thinking stricture or something. I can take the M out of there while I play. Antagonist manner is. Well, strip. Copy ZXC, BNM. Stay. Antagonistic manner is a, and posture is a. I assume this is just going to be a double def if it's nothing. If it's not a split thing, can't be H, can't be J, can't be that. Stoi, don't think so. And again, the R seems like the most likely. Assume that's an A, an S, sorry. Could be could be that. Is it a Q there? Antagonistic manner and posture. I don't think so. I can't think what that'll be. QUL. So if that's an S T R, Tribune. Can't be that hard, can it? I mean, actually, in fairness, most of this has been easy, apart from the bits I just don't know. Etri. Ethic. No. So E could be there, R can't be there, T. No. Maybe, but unlikely. Yes, possible. Yes, possible. PT is very unlikely. G, T, F, D, S, A. So we've really got the vowels A. What was it? A. That's it really, the vowels and A. S, sorry. Is that right? Etri. Antagonistic manner is anti. It can't be anti because of the attribute. Ati. So I'm going to have to do this now, aren't I? ATE. Attitude. There you are. Okay, and amuse. Let's see if you was right. Yes, get in there. Right. 2240. Woohoo! I'm very excited about that, not because it's a 2240 solve, but because it does complete my month of successful solves this month. Yeah, 30, what was it, 27 out of 27 I think it is, wasn't it? So yeah, never managed to complete a month of complete solves. I think only 4 were over 20 minutes as well, so that's pretty good. Right, let's go through that puzzle. So yeah, royal is a princess. Not those in the news at the moment. Not necessarily princesses though. Income's half, so the INC of income, that's half of it, covered by the news media, who are the press. And actually, yes, the press are talking about princes and so on quite a lot at the moment, and princesses, right. To detect is to spot, the best is tops, and turns, put it backwards. Right, plants, what's this? Plants, extremely... Plants. Oh yeah, oil plants and things, wasn't it? A refinery is an oil plant, say. Extremely rare is the RE. Elaborate decoration is finery. Right, K for king. So that's, I assume, bridge notation. Cards, when you're playing cards, you'd use a K to note down your score with kings or something. Return gentleman's. Well, gentleman is sir going backwards. And a dagger is a Chris. I think I may have vaguely heard of that, but that's not too bad, I suppose, given the wordplay, but hard to get to if you haven't got the check-in letters. Meagre enemies has the hidden word agree going across it. Partially is your hidden word indicator, and to agree is to concur. Right. Ambiguous is unclear. Now, bring forward the N for note. So N for note in unclear becomes nuclear, which is energy, about energy. Adder, so someone who does adding up is doing sums, so they're a summer. So that's your definition. Venom finally is the M of venom. Treated with is your anagram indicator that you've got an anagram of serum. Serum and the M give you summer. Faculty regularly is the second, fourth and sixth letters of faculty give you the AUT. Joining the core of trio of alumni, which is the UMN, the middle 3 letters, and fall for some, well, autumn is what the Brits call autumn, and Americans will call fall, so fall for some. And he scored 50, so Vivaldi was a composer, so he scored music. 50 is an L, going on the end of an oral exam, which is a viva. Tough one that for an oral exam to know that, but that's what you get. I think if you've done a PhD, for example, you go in for a chat, you get talked to, or you have to get an oral exam on what you've done in your PhD from the higher level professors or whatever they are. I'd brought back is the DI put backwards on the end, so that gives you Vivaldi. A store, if you store something, you amass it. And A is first class is A, give that an A grade, and service is mass, so church. Medal is an OBE, or Order of the British Empire, attached to Queen. So Queen in this case is R for Regina, which is the Latin version of Queen, and a gown is a robe. Excuse me. Right, antagonistic manner is an attitude, and a posture is an attitude. Yep. What we've got here. Right, this one I really don't know much about. E.g. Jacob's mate. I don't know who Jacob is, but obviously U is a sheep, so is Jacob a male sheep or something? I don't know. I don't know if it's a biblical Jacob or something. Anyway, R for runs is cricket notation, and a vessel is a ewer. I'm saying that very carefully because I came across a sound like of it yesterday, which I was surprised it isn't how I say it, ewer. I don't know. I think it's Ur. Anyway, swirling is your anagram indicator that patterns is an anagram of transept, which is part of the church, the physical part of a church. On the downs, we have got maybe is perhaps, very hidden definition there. P for piano, and then anagram of phrase gives you the rest of perhaps, and change is your anagram indicator. To deduce is to infer. Hell is an inferno without numbers, so take the NO of inferno off of inferno gives you to infer. Right, pantomime character, Cinderella. Oh no, she's not. Recalled in is an anagram of Cinderella, and breaks is your anagram indicator. I think I might have seen that a while back, I'm not sure. Right, to jump is to spring, and beginning to pogo is a P for pogo, going in S for small, and a circle is a ring. Drunken rave up. So I've got an anagram of rave up. Drunken is your anagram indicator. Gate crashed by N for northern. So put an N into that. And an upstart is a parvenu. Right. Doctor is your anagram indicator. That rates is an anagram of a taser and a provider of shocking treatment. Well, tasers will give you a shock. Right. A job is an occupation, and to be to be under the control of a foreign power is an occupation. So just a double definition. And in fact, the two that caught me were the two double definitions really, which were 22 across, whatever it is, antagonistic manner and posture, and that one. Right. We've got second is a mo, as in a moment. We've got a B for bishop going in a valley, which is a vale, and something that is not fixed is movable. A walk in the park, that's a walk in the park, no sweat. There's your definition. On waist is an anagram of no sweat, and ground is your anagram indicator. A bit of a classic one there. A victory is a win. A period does not include the last, so period is a term. So take the M off of term, gives you ter, and winter is a season. The clergyman is a verger. Cut the R off of verger gives you an R. Is take the R off of verge, it gives you a grass border, which is a verge. And to entertain is to amuse. A writer's inspiration is a muse. So there we go, all done. 2240. I mean, to be fair, I probably just wasn't quick enough on those double defs. Otherwise, that was a kind of doable puzzle, really. I think others may struggle on those though, because there's a lot of letters to fill in. Anyway, as I say, Cheeko giving us a little kind of theme to that puzzle of spring, summer, autumn, winter, and Vivaldi, who wrote the Four Seasons. So there we go, that's a nice little theme. But when setters do that, they then start to, when you force four answers in there, you do then force yourself to find other things that could be difficult, which is why it's got parvenu going in there, and Vivaldi going across there. And then when you put Vivaldi, you've got to find a word to go in for Cinderella, and so on. To be fair, the two that held me up there, three that held me up there, occupation, attitude, and mass, aren't that difficult. They're just double defs, which are always a little bit difficult in their own way. Anyway, thank you for watching.